Physio and Pilates. We're in another beautiful setting today, so we will just need a band for this session. Even if you just have a physio band, that would be good. And we're going to work a little bit on opening up through the ribs, a little bit of core work and a few stretches. Just make sure that you're okay to exercise, and if you do experience any pain, just stop the exercises. So we'll get started with a little bit of our warm up. So I'm going to start in our 4-point kneeling for me. You're going to have your hands tracking out of your shoulders, knees tracking out of your hips, and you're just going to roll up through the spine, tuck the head underneath, and then lift the head, arch the back, let the shoulder blades float down the rib cage. Start to connect with your breath, just breathing out as you roll up through, breathing in as you drop forward. I'm about 34 weeks now, so starting to experience a bit of that rib pain, and this is a great session just to open it all up through there. So just lift the head, drop the shoulder blades, tuck the head underneath, arch the back. And we're going to go for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just come back up into a nice flat back posture. You're just going to then, for me, start to connect with the breath and the core a little bit more. So I want you to breathe in for me, and in your outward breath, just push the splats of the feet into the mat, push the hands in, and try and wrap up around those babies. So breathe in, relax everything down, relax the pelvic floor, relax the core, let the bellies drop to the mat. And then as you breathe out, try and push the hands into the floor, into the feet into the floor, wrap around those babies, scoop the pelvic floor up, relax everything down. Just connecting with the core, breathing out, pushing that floor or the grass away, breathing in, relax down, breathe out, push everything in. So the back isn't moving, it's nice and flat, like the tray of drinks, eye lines looking down. Good. 2 more. Zip up through the core, pelvic floor, relax it the whole way down. And again. Perfect. And then we're just going to bring those left fingers to the ear for me, pushing out of that right shoulder. You're just going to bring the elbow down to that wrist, and then rotate right up to the sky. Just whatever is comfortable for you. Opening up through that upper back. Reaching around. Breathe in as you drop to the floor, out as you rotate up. And we're going to go for 4, 3, 2, 1. And just change sides for me. Fingertips to the ear there for me. And then we're just going to bring that right elbow down to the left wrist, and then rotate up to the sky, breathing through as you rotate through the stretch, opening up and back. And we're going to go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both hands back down onto the mat for me. Just going to work through these shoulders a little bit for me. So breathing in for me, outward breath. Going to squeeze the shoulder blades together, scoop up the pelvic floor, and then you're going to push away and relax. Breathe out, squeeze those shoulder blades, float them down the rib cage, and then push away. Scoop them down, float them down towards the back pocket, scoop the pelvic floor up, and then push away. And we're going to go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Push out of there for me. Come back, just give those wrists a little break there for me. Give them a little twist there. Sleeping on them for a little bit. Then we're just going to take our band for me. We're just going to have that underneath both our hands there. So nice flat back for me, pushing out of the shoulders. Going to breathe in for me, outward breath. We're just going to take the band and rotate up to the sky and then back, make it a little bit harder. Breathe out as you reach up and around. Breathe in as you come back. Breathe out as you reach up and around, draw up through those tummy muscles. Scoop the pelvic floor up as you rotate around. And we're going to go for 3. Good. 2. 1. Change sides for me. Just rotating around up to the sky. Opening up through those upper backs. Squeezing through all those little muscles of the shoulders. Scooping the pelvic floor up as you reach that up and over. And we're going to go 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Lovely. Come back onto your hunkers there for me. Just go for a nice few shoulder shrugs there. And I'm just going to turn to face you now then. And we're just going to work through our upper body, through our shoulders, working through our core a little bit too. So just going to start with a few little band pull aparts. So as you pull the band apart, I want you to scoop up through the pelvic floor and the core. And we're going to just try and relax the shoulders down for me. Rib cages down. We're just going to start warming up a little bit again, still through the shoulders, just pulling those apart and then back, squeezing the shoulder blades. And then we're going to add in a little bit of movement with our hip thrust just to work our core a little bit more. So as we pull apart, we're going to come up into that nice high kneeling, open up those hip creases, squeeze the bottoms, tuck the tailbones, scoop the pelvic floor. Few things there to remember, and then as you relax, come back down, pull apart, squeeze the glutes, open up the hip creases, back down, scoop up through the pelvic floor, float the rib cage down, and we're going to go for 5, 4, 3, good, 2, 1, little pulses in and out, squeezing the shoulder blades for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, squeeze the pelvic floor nice and fast, 2, 1, coming back down then for me. Just going to work through our little muscles in our shoulders a bit now, so squeeze the shoulder blades together. And we're just going to keep our elbows tucked in by our side. We're just going to pull those wrists apart, but keep the elbows tucked in. Draw up, scoop up through the pelvic floor. Sorry, my nose is running. As you pull apart and then back. Just working those little muscles around the shoulder. Be important just to lift the little one. Make sure the shoulder blades are back. Good posture. Squeeze through. And then we're just going to add in our little hip thrust too. So as we pull apart, open the hips, squeeze up through the pelvic floor and the core, pull the band apart, back down, open the hips, pull the band, back down, scoop up, wrap around those babies, and back. And we're going to go 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it up there. We're going to reach right up overhead for 8. Squeeze the rib cage down. Draw the tummy muscles in. 7. Good. Scoop up the pelvic floor as you reach up overhead. 6. 5. 4. Use your breath. 3. Good. 2. 1. Come back down. Give those shoulders a little shrug off there for me. We're just going to bring that left leg out to the side there for me. Going to have a bit of tension on the band there. So we're going to reach up, draw your tummy muscles in as we reach up overhead. Keep the rib cage down. Just going to go for a nice little side flexion over. Draw up through the pelvic floor and the core as we bring side flex over to the right. Breathe in as you come back up. Breathe out as you side flex over. Breathe in as you come back. Breathe out as you side flex over. Breathe in as you come back. We're going to go for 3, 2, 1. Come back down, and we're going to go for a little reach back of the bottom. Reach the band forward. And then we're going to reach up overhead. Squeeze down. Coming down. Reaching up overhead for 5, 4, 3. Good. 2, 1. Lovely. Give those shoulders again a little shrug off there. Sit down into that. Have a nice little stretch off through your inner thigh there for me. Breathe through your stretches. Good. Gonna drop that right hand down there for me. Okay, so you're reaching up through that side for me. Just tucking those bumps in. You're gonna take the end of the band again. Gonna rotate that left hand down to the mat and then bring that, make sure you've got a good hold of the band, up to the sky. Follow with your eyes. Reaching up and around, make sure it's not causing any pain. Breathing out as you reach up for 4, 3. Squeeze through those shoulder blades. 2, 1. Hold it up there for me. I'm going to tap that toe for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Come back up, come out of that nicely. Sit your bum back down. We're just going to come right down and make sure our hips are at 90 and 90 here then. So just going to go through a few of our little mermaid stretches here. So you're going to bring that right hand down, put the band to the side. We're going to go reach up and over for 5, and then bring that back up. So left hand's coming right up and over. Follow with your eyes. And then back. Just lovely one to open up through the ribs. 3 more. Good. Last 2. Breathing through. Good. Last 1. Perfect. And then we're going to come and start a little bit on the mat here. We will come and work the other side. I just want you to pop the band there around your feet. Make sure your feet are flexed upwards. And we're going to sit up out of the sit bones there. Spine's nice and long and tall. And we're just going to use these as a little bit of support. So I want you to breathe in for me. Breathe out. Just tilt that pelvis back. Let it yourself roll back. Draw the tummy muscles in. And then you're going to breathe in. Grow the spine nice and tall. Just a small little movements. Wrap around the babies as you tilt that pelvis back. And just go till you feel a little quiver in the abs. There should be no bulging here. If you're getting the bulging, just sit this one out and just go through a few of those last little stretches. So watch for any doming and then come back up nice and tall. Scoop up through the pelvic floor, shoulders are relaxed, and then come back up. Roll down through the spine, and then come back up nice and tall. You see, we're not going too far down. Good. Last one. I'm going to hold it down there. We're going to bicep curl for 8. Relax the shoulders. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up nice and tall. Cross those straps over for me. We're going to come down, do one more. Roll down through the spine. You can take that left strap, rotate to the left and back. Breathing out as you rotate around. Breathing in as you come back. Scoop up through the pelvic floor. Got 2 more each side. Good job. Again, if you're getting any doming with this one, just stop. Last rep each side. Come back up. Grow the spine nice and tall. Just bring those feet together, let the knees drop out and just let the bumps come through and just have a nice little stretch off through there. And then we're going to come and work the other side that we haven't worked yet. So we're going to come back up into the kneeling for me. Left knee is bent, right foot is out to the side. And we're going to come into our side flexion. So breathing out as you reach up overhead, keep the rib cage down. And then we're going to side flex to the left, breathing out as you side flex, in as you come back. Breathing out as you side flex. Good. In as you come back. Reaching up and over, opening up those sides. It all gets crushed. Or not crushed, but definitely feels like it's getting squeezed to the babies now. So reaching up and over for 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to sit your bottom down, let the band come forward, and then reach up overhead, squeeze the bum. Breathing in. Breathing out, squeeze. Keep the rib cage down for 4. Pivot back. 3, 2, 1. Come back down. Have a little stretch off on that inner thigh for me. Breathe through your stretches. And then you're just going to bring that left hand down to the mat there for me. And we're going to reach up through the sides. Make sure you've got a good support through the band. And then we're going to go for our window or book openers here. So you're going to reach that right hand down to the left. Breathing out as you reach up to the sky, squeezing through those shoulder blades. Breathing out as you come up, in as you come down. Reaching up through, follow with the eyes, squeeze the shoulder blade for 3, 2, 1. Hold it up there. We're going to go for little toe taps for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Come down for me then. Make sure your knees are at 90 and 90, and we're just going to go through a few of those mermaids. You're going to put the band to the side. So bring that left hand out, make sure it's in line with the shoulder. Breathing in, outward breath, and rotate around onto the mat, and then reach back up to the sky. Breathing through your stretches, and then back up and around. Good. Reaching up and around for 2 more. Good. Last one. Nice. Good job. We're just going to come and finish with a few stretches here through the hips then. So we're just going to try let the bumps come back, and we're just going to try and just move those knees side to side, just opening through the hips. Stretching through 90-90, nice window wipers as we like to call them. Coming up and around, breathing through your stretches. And then just bring your feet together. sit up out of the spine, bring that left hand across, reach up and over, and then come back over to the other side, reaching over. Grow the spine, just going side to side. Good. Last one each side. And then just come right into a big bear hug. Tuck the bumps around. And then reach forward, open the front of the chest. Coming right into that big bear hug. Opening up and around. Squeezing through. Breathing through each stretch. Good. And a few little stretches through your neck. Well, hopefully that's helped with any of your rib pain. If you could like, follow, share, that would be great. Move with us, Physio and Pilates. You'll find me on Instagram if you have any questions.